Miss Natalie can forward them over if she sees them pop up. So the first thing, in traditional Tai Chi, there is a beginning greeting. You make your right hand into a fist, your left hand is open, and you gently put the fist to the hand. That is considered a polite greeting in Chinese society. Now, I did a couple weird little things to help you see the motion of my feet. My wife said, well, why don't you put white tape on so people can see your foot better as it moves, okay? And then we're hopefully going to keep these going. If you notice, one of the things that I did is I put markers. Starting in my front left, I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, which maybe not today, but for future sessions, you might want to just put sheets of paper around, because doing this over video, it can get confusing, which is the right hand. And if you look, there's a big R in the back wall, and which is the left hand. Okay. So to start off, we always start off with some warm-up exercises. And you'll see me switch back and forth between standing, a chair, and actually sitting on the ground. Okay, I'm going to just step back a little bit more so you can see my hands. The first one, very easy. Your arms go straight at the side. They go all the way up until they're palm to palm.
Just had to call a certain. Oh, there we go.
Place the fingers. You push down, and then you swing your arms up with the fingers together, and then release. So this is meant to be a nice, easy one for your shoulders and your arms. So you do it again. So the arms go straight up, palm to palm. Bring them down, lace them down all the way and up. Sorry, I did the first explanation wrong. And then one more time. Straight above your head, palm to palm. Keep the palms together as far down as you can. Lace the fingers and then go up. This time, keep them up. Now be real careful on this one. You're going to keep your fingers together and you're going to circle and bend at the waist. Nice and slowly. Okay, you circle. Twisting your waist and bending. Do it very slowly because it is easy to lose your balance. So 3 times one direction, 3 times the other. And if you notice me lose my balance, especially on my left side, 4 years ago, spinal stenosis. I had 2 vertebrae fused, 2 lower vertebrae, and it killed a lot of muscle control in my left calf. Then to finish up this one, you keep your hands together, slowly bend down in front as far as you can. You hold it for a couple seconds and come up. And I'm 64, by the way.
And he was just showing off because I get almost to a 90-degree angle and can't breathe.
And if you notice, I'm going side, I'm bending down on each side also. You hold it a couple seconds and you come up, and one more time in the middle. Just hold it, and then you swing it up, okay?
I can't stand here and hold it.
It can be difficult. I've also had 2 artificial hips too.
Like what? I can see it.
You see, okay? Okay. Now, real quickly, if you have trouble with this one, get in a chair. And you go like this, okay? And you can still twist with the waist sitting in a chair. You don't get as much twist as if you're standing, but you can do pretty much all of that in a chair. Even just stretch your legs out straight, and you can slowly go like this. You'll still stretch out the back. You'll still stretch out your arms a bit. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to do one sitting down. If you have trouble getting up and down from the ground, definitely don't, or take your time. One thing I learned from my hip replacements, when your muscles are weak, you got to have support so you can do this on the ground. You just stretch out your legs side to side with the toes up, the heels down, put your hands flat on the ground, and slowly lean forward, okay? If you're looking at me sideways, I'm going like this. Okay, you slowly lean forward, go out as far as you can. You should feel the stretch along the back of your legs. You hold it for a couple seconds, then you might find you can move a little bit more. All right, you come up, go to one leg, and again, you slowly bend your head down towards that leg. This leg, you'll feel the most stretch. Keep the leg nice and straight. You come up, do the same thing on the other leg. I purposely didn't do a whole lot of stretching this morning because I wanted to do it along with you. Okay? Good one for your shoulders. I started by putting my right foot back, my right arm out. And again, you'll hear me say it a lot. Do it slowly. Circle your arm. We call it circling down. You can do this from a chair. You circle it down about 10 times, then up about 10 times. I actually do these. I teach Kung Fu also, and I will do these all before I teach my first class. Then you switch on the other side. I know I'm not doing quite 10. Okay. The person that I learned from, Grandmaster Wong Chan Liang, he
Alexa, off.
a good one for your ankles and also to help your balance. If you can, put one foot up on the toe and then you circle the heel. I think you could do this one sitting down too. You say circle it clockwise about 10 and then counterclockwise about 10. So you're balancing on pretty much on one leg as you're doing this. And then on the other side. And I'm going to show you one again with this, the last one. It's my favorite. Be very careful. Stick your right foot out straight on your heel. Put your right fist under your chin and just put your left arm behind it. And gently bend your elbow down as if you're trying to touch your toes. I have to do this one because it really stretches the back of my leg. The calf and the hamstring. I've torn a hamstring muscle. Luckily, it was a minor one. It didn't feel good. so the leg, one leg's out straight on the heel to toe up. The fist on that side is under the chin. You gently bring your elbow down as far as you can towards your toe, and you hold it. This is a good stretch for the back, the waist, back of the leg.
Actually, even in the chair, I can feel that.
Yeah.
The back, side, behind the knee.
Yep, Larry tried it from the chair and he said he could see it too. Okay. I know this is going to be a repeat for people that took the first class. And, that repetition is how you learn. What we're going to go through are some of the basic Tai Chi exercises. And
They can see you can do it.
a written copy of the exercises, it's kind of hard. We've actually tried that. You end up getting about 2 pages of explanation for the, for what is basically a simple move.
I believe this is being recorded and you can watch the recording,
Okay.
I believe, on YouTube.
Yeah.
So contact Mesa or Natalie. And
Right.
they'll let you know, or they'll send out a reminder that you'll be able to review this. The first one's also out there.
I was going to say, we went through a good bit of detail on the first one too. Okay. So, a couple of basic things in Tai Chi. You never put your weight on a foot that isn't flat, okay? And you never try to turn a leg when the foot is flat because you put too much pressure on your knee. So we're gonna do what is called Tai Chi walking. And like I told you, I put the white strips on my black shoes so there's hopefully good contrast between my feet and the ground. When you're doing this, I usually tell people to put their hands on their hips. Always bend your knees a little bit. I'm going to exaggerate it. Bend your knees before you step. Human body balance is better on a bent leg rather than a straight leg. Now, with this, especially if your balance is a little questionable, take very short steps, okay? So if you look, I took my right foot, put my right heel down, maybe less than 12 inches away from my left. Then that foot goes flat, you shift your weight to it. So you split your weight between your front and your back foot. Before I want to take my next step, I take the weight off, I spin, or we call it open the foot, so it's going to be in a comfortable position to support my weight. When I put my weight on it, then my back foot comes up to the front, then I step forward. Heel then toe, then I shift my weight. It's almost like a rocking motion. You're reteaching your body how to balance. So I take the weight off, so I can turn, spin, or open it. Once that foot's flat, I bring my weight more onto it, bring the back foot up, round the front, and step with the next foot. Shift. Weight off whenever you want to spin or open your foot. Get that foot flat before you put weight on it. Back foot comes up to the front, and then you step. And I'll do this one going straight at you too. I'm going to try to do things both sideways and straight towards the camera. So you bend your knees before you take a step. Step with one foot, get that foot flat, shift the weight to it, take it off, spin or open it, get it flat again, shift the weight to it. The other thing about bringing your back foot up to your front foot before you go forward is when I bring this back foot up, it allows me to center my balance over that front leg before I step out. Okay? If I just, say I do the first two, get my weight flat. If I go like this, I'm not balanced. I've tried to balance my weight with one foot back, so I don't have a balance point right under the center of my body. Okay? So there's a lot of thought process that went into this. So bend your knees, step with one foot, heel, then toe, bring the weight to it, take the weight off, spin or open it, put that foot down flat, shift your weight to it, back foot comes up to the front, then steps forward. Heel then toe. I have practically no weight on this foot while I'm doing that until I get my foot flat. Before I twist myself or spin or open it, I've got the weight off, I've got it flat, I shift weight to it, back foot comes up to the front, and I step. I shift. Now, one thing we didn't do in the first class, which I'm going to show you, how do you go backwards? Sort of reverse it. Take the weight off the front foot. So weight's all on your back leg. Front foot comes to the back. Now you can't put your heel down and then your toe when you're going backwards. You have to put your toe down and then your heel. You shift your weight back. So front foot comes to the back foot. You step back, toe, get it flat. Shift the weight. Front to back, there. This is tougher than going forward. So if you feel yourself a little wobbly, that's why. It does require a little bit more leg strength. Okay? So doing the backwards one from the side. shift my weight to the back leg. So all my weight is balanced on that back leg now, especially when I pull that front foot there. I step back, toe, heel, then I can shift my weight to the back foot, twist my foot in this direction, we call it closing. Front foot comes to the back, step back, toe, then heel, shift, and close, okay? It's a different sort of motion until you get used to it. Now, obviously, when I'm walking, it's not as exaggerated, okay? It's something we got my 90-year-old father-in-law in the habit of, because he was doing this. Very easy to lose your balance if you're not taking decent steps and getting your balance on it. It took him maybe 2 months before he was back to a normal gait. We got him in here twice a week. He's our oldest student. He turns 91 this year. So we're trying to keep him safe too. Okay. Tai Chi walking. I can't remember, Larry, whether we went through brushing walking in the first class, but I want to cover it today. There are upper body, there's arm motions that you can do as you're doing the walk. And before we try to put it together with both walking and upper body, what I want to do is show you the arm motions just standing still. Right now, I've got my left foot in front, right foot's behind me. I'm going to put my left hand down pretty close to my thigh. The right hand is straight out in front of me, okay? Combining the two takes a little bit of practice, but what the arms do is basically a swimming motion. You push in front of your face, then that hand comes down, the back hand comes up to your head, and then it pushes out, and the other hand just sweeps in front of the body. So the front hand pushes down, back hand comes up to your ear, ear, and then you twist your waist. The one hand by the ear goes out, the other one just swings in front of you. We call it brush knee because one hand brushes sort of in front of your knee. So you turn your waist, when you push in front or block, that hand goes down, other hand comes up, then you turn your body back forward like this. And this one definitely you can do sitting down, okay? Twist, top hand down, back hand up, then twist again as the top hand pushes out and the bottom hand just sweeps or pushes across the body. So front hand always like pushes in front. We would call it a block in martial arts. It goes down, back hand comes up to the head. We say by your ear. And then as you push out with your hand that's by your ear, you face forward. So it's block or push, top hand down, bottom hand up, and then the top hand, goes straight out, and the bottom hand sweeps. So let's try it a bit. The lower hand is usually by your front leg. The upper hand would be from your back leg. So you push, twist your body, front hand down, back hand up, and then you push the front hand out. As you get more comfortable with it, it goes more in a flowing motion. But all I'm doing, I'm turning my waist, the top hand pushes in front, then down, back hand comes up, and my teacher actually taught me, look at that hand and follow it as it goes. So push, top hand down, back hand up, and push out. So it's almost like swimming, okay? That's another way that I tell people sometimes when they're just learning the arm motions. It's like swimming, okay? Now, always remember, Tai Chi was developed for self-defense. So when I teach my classes, I actually show my students, well, yeah, you're practicing this, but here's what you're really doing, okay? Get here, Larry. Uh-oh. All right. So Larry unwisely punches at me with his right hand. Okay. So I twist as he punches. I get my head out of the way. I block. I push that hand down. Boom. Thank you, sir. That's what you're really doing. Block, strike. It's just in self-defense, you speed things up. Okay. I will tell you that it does take most people a couple practices, a couple classes to get what we call brush knee walking down. So do not feel bad if you're saying, wait a minute, my body just is not getting this. One of the many benefits of Tai Chi is you're working your mind as well as your body in concert. And you're usually moving 3 out of your 4 limbs at the same time in different directions. So I'm convinced that's why a lot of the medical studies recently have shown that Tai Chi is really good for any kind of mental challenge, okay? I work with cancer recovery patients. I do have some Parkinson's students that come out here to train. I've worked with Down syndrome people, autistic people on the spectrum, and they've all told me that it helps. And just generally, like I said, it just generally helps with your coordination. All right, we're gonna start out. Left foot's in front, left hand is down, lower, right hand is pushing out. The lower body moves when you step are the same. You take your weight off, spin or open that front foot, and as you shift weight to the front foot and bring your back foot up, the front hand comes down, the back hand comes up, and then you step with what was the back foot, wait until it's flat, and as you shift your weight to the new front foot, that's when that hand by the head, by the ear, pushes out. So take the weight off, spin or open. As I shift my weight forward, the front hand comes down, the back hand comes up. I step. As I shift my weight forward, that hand that's up by my ear pushes out. Okay? If you're picking it up very easily, good. But you're the exception, okay? Like I said, most people take a while to get this. I wanted to show it, especially for people who took the first class. So we give them something, basically the next step up, okay, to work on. So again, I got my left foot in front, left hand is down, right hand's out. I'm gonna do this sideways this time. I take my weight off, as you always should, before you turn that foot, get it flat. As I shift my weight to the front foot, my right hand goes down, my left hand comes up by my ear, step with my right, and then I turn my body towards the front as my left hand pushes out. Take the weight off, spin or open, put it flat. As you shift your weight to your right foot, left hand comes down, right hand comes up, left foot came up to the right, step, push out with the right hand. Okay, I'm going to do it facing the other way so you get a different view. Okay, I've still got my left foot in front. All right, so left foot's in front, left hand's down, right hand's out. All right, take the weight off, spin or open that foot, get it flat. As your weight shifts to the left, right hand comes down, left hand up, step with the right, and slowly turn towards the front and push out with your left hand. Weight comes off, spin or open your right foot, shift your weight to the right, left hand down, right hand up, step with the left, and push. Okay? It's something that, if you look at what we're doing, remember I said 3 out of the 4 limbs? I think you end up getting all 4 on this one. Because, all right, I gotta concentrate where my weight is, what my foot's doing, Then I shift my weight as one hand goes down, the other comes back, back foot comes up. It's there. Couple things. I'm gonna get closer so you can see. I'm taking a fairly big step if you look how far apart my feet are. My 90-year-old father-in-law, his feet are about this far apart, okay? His leg muscles are not as strong as mine. It's still the same thing. It's just easier to balance. Start off with short steps, okay? You'll get the same benefits, okay? It's easier to balance though. If you look how close my feet are as I'm doing this. And that's perfectly fine. After you get comfortable, yeah, then you can stretch out. I mean, this type of distance or stance, when I go to shift my weight, I put a lot more strain on that front thigh muscle, and it is harder for me to balance. Yeah, see, that's my left leg. What I say is my injury on my left side keeps me honest, because if I don't properly shift my weight before I try to bring my back leg up, yeah, I'm going to do this. Okay, it definitely keeps me doing it correctly. I got to tell you though, I mean, doing Tai Chi, I have regained a lot of functionality in that left leg, which I didn't have right after surgery. Luckily, I had a great doc that did my surgery. Okay. Looking over, making sure we're good. Because I got to remember, as I did with the first class, we're going to finish up with some breathing exercises. The basics of Chinese and a lot of Eastern medicine is good health depends on good blood flow, good breathing. Okay. Tai Chi really helps with your blood flow. It really does. And it's good, gentle exercise for all your muscles. And breathing becomes a part of it. As you study, you learn as you're doing these moves. Yes, there is an inhale and an exhale that you should be doing, but that is very, very advanced. I'm going to show you towards the end of this class, some good breathing exercises to really inflate and deflate your lungs, which my cancer support folks really like. Okay. I'm going to go over because, like I said, it's not simple. It's not a simple set of moves. I'm going to go over Tai Chi, the brush hand walking again. Well, first, let me back it up. We're going to just do the regular walking because I know, at least for one person, this is new. So I'm going to try to remember not to take as big a step. It's just habit, that's how I work out too. So I've got my left foot in front and right foot's behind. All right, so take your weight off your left foot. See, my leg straightens out. Spin or open it. And the reason why I'm opening it, that's going to be a comfortable position for me to support my weight when I step forward. If I keep it like this and I try to put my weight on it, it's both poor balance and it's not good for my knee. It's not a good support position for my knee. My foot should be pointed a little bit outward, I would say. My weight goes onto it. Back foot comes up, step, heel, toe, get it flat, shift the weight. Take the weight off, open, get it flat, shift the weight, and you complete the weight shift also by bringing that back leg up. See, right now, I'm balanced on that foot, on that right foot. And step, heel and toe, it's flat. Shift the weight, spin or open, shift some of the weight forward, back foot comes up to the front, that shifts the rest of your weight, so you're well balanced to step out with your next foot. And then again, for those who want an extra challenge, going backwards, shift the weight back, front foot comes to the back foot, step back. And this one, I really recommend taking a short step when you're first learning, because it's tough on me too. I shift my weight to my back leg, close that front foot. So all my weight's on the back leg, front foot comes to the back one, step back, and I keep my weight. See, I'm keeping my weight here. until I get that back foot on the ground. Then I shift it and close. Front to back, step back, get it flat, and shift. Okay, let me just take a sip of my drink. All the talking, it's dry in here, the humidity. Gosh, the humidity's actually not that bad. Oh, the humidity's so low, it's not reading. Great.
And it's okay to do exercises, Shifu, with a chair or something next to you.
Yes.
To help you with your balance.
Yes.
Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
As well as along with a partner.
Yeah. So if you weren't in the first class, I've had at least 9 orthopedic surgeries. So yeah, I got a cane, okay? So you can use the cane to help you, keep your balance, okay? So you put it forward, it helps, okay? Oh yeah, canes, crutches, braces, I think I've got one of everything. If you didn't hear me, 2 artificial hips, 2 fused vertebrae, 5 knee operations, and a partridge in a pear tree. Anyway, I say that because I was real worried doing what I do, that my surgeries were going to stop me from doing, honestly, what I love doing. Doesn't have to. You might have to modify it a little bit, doesn't have to. So you can, in essence, recover a good bit from after your surgeries. Listen to your doctor, do the exercises, don't give up, okay? All right, I want to do the brush knee because that is one of the, I think, best exercises without doing the form. I'm also going to show, again, a little bit. We learn our techniques and Tai Chi through memorizing a set of moves, one right after the other. We call it a form. And what I've learned, what I was taught, is called Yang style long form. So it usually takes about a year if you're practicing twice a week or getting instruction twice a week to learn all, I don't know how many moves it is, it's well over 100. But the brush knee is something that you really should be good with before you try that. All right, so I'm gonna do brush knee again. Then I'm gonna show you a bit of the form, then it'll probably be time to do some of the breathing exercises. My left leg's in front, left hand is down low, right hand's out. Remember, your foot motions are the same. Weight comes off, spin or open that foot. As you shift your weight forward, the top hand comes down, back hand comes up by your head, by your ear. Step with the right. And then as I shift my weight forward, I twist my waist facing more forward. And I push out with my hand. Take the weight off, spin or open. As I shift forward, front hand comes down, back hand comes up. Back foot comes up, you step, and push. You probably get one more step out of this. Weight came off, got my front foot flat, front hand down, back hand up, step, and push. Okay, I'm gonna do it sideways. And I've been trying to consistently start with my left foot for these instructions forward. Left foot forward, left hand down, right hand straight out, okay? Take the weight off the left, spin or open it, get it flat. As you shift your weight to your left foot, the right hand circles down, left hand circles up, right foot is next to the left, step with the right, then you twist your waist facing more front as you push your left hand down. Right foot, weight came off, spin or open, left hand down, right hand up, left foot up, then step with your left and push. One more, take the weight off, open your foot, get it flat. As you shift your weight to your left foot, the right hand goes down, left hand comes up, step with your right, and push. Okay? And believe it or not, competition speed, that was too fast. my teacher, he also teaches me Kung Fu too. He said, Kung Fu easy. You move so fast, people they don't see the mistakes. Tai Chi hard. You're so slow, they see everything you do wrong. So it's, I've learned a lot from the gentleman. Okay, I want to show you a bit of our form. Again, it's called Yang style long form. There's a Yang style short form, which has some similarities, but you know, us low patient Americans, I guess it was made for, that they didn't want to spend a year learning a whole sequence. Okay, you start this form, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it both front and side. I'm just going to do the first two basic moves. Okay, always take a couple nice breaths. I'm just going to get closer for a little bit. If you look sideways, my chin is down, and my hips aren't back, they're forward. Grandmaster Wong says, imagine somebody attaching a string to the top of your head. If they pull it, your chin will go down, your hips will go forward. It takes the strain off your spine. It tries to straighten your spine a bit. Okay, so you loosen your arms. Okay, a couple breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you're ready to begin, bend your knees. Your arms are going to go out to your side as you step with your left foot, heel, then toe. When your arms get about shoulder height, they go palms up. Now I've shifted my weight to the front foot. I circle both hands around as I bring my right foot up. My right foot steps to the side, and I slowly bring my hands down and straighten up. Never completely locking the knees. Okay? So this, by the way, we call our standing meditation pose. My hands are fairly straight, my wrists are fairly straight. The fingers, the forefinger and the thumb forms an L, and the other fingers just curl in naturally. A big thing for good circulation, you don't want big bends in your joints, okay? So if you've got your joints relatively straight, my knees are slightly bent, my chin down, my hips forward, okay? Grandmaster has told me, he said, ideally, if you're practicing for health, you want to sit there, you know, when you get to that first stance for at least 5-10 minutes. And it's tough the first time you try it. I have trouble with it because I want to be moving. All right, so let's do that first couple moves again. All right, so you relax, couple nice breaths. And when you're ready, bend your knees. Start your arms moving. Step with your left foot, heel, then toe. Your arms get shoulder high. You turn them palms up. You start circling them around. Right foot comes in, goes to the side. And you slowly straighten your body up. Okay? And then a lot of people would say, if you say you're doing Yang style long form, they'd say, what's that? This particular start, I don't know which of my teacher's teacher started it. He said, you can always tell if you've learned from my line or lineage if they start like that. Most Yang people will start like this. Then their first move, the arms come up straight in front of you. They come in, and then they push down. Okay, I'm going to stop it there because we actually do a scoop after that. Now I'm going to do this sideways so you can see it sideways. In fact, I'm going to do it facing the other way so you can see my left foot closer towards the camera. All right. A couple nice breaths. And when you're ready, you bend your knees, start raising your arms, step with your left foot, heel then toe. The arms get about shoulder high, they turn palms up and start circling in. Right foot comes in, then steps to the side. And this is actually fast. Go into standing meditation. And when you're ready to continue, your arms go straight out in front of you, palms down, so they get shoulder high. And Come in. And you are going to push down. For us, for this next section, what we would end up doing, we'd end up scooping the left hand behind or underneath the right. We call this grabbing the beach ball.
Hey, coral, 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 coral.
Okay. All right, so the form is very beautiful. I'll show you, we've still got time, and don't worry about not remembering this. And I'll go through it a little bit faster so you see a good chunk of the first section. Like a third of the first section. So maybe you can see why it takes about a year. Now, the good news is once you've learned the first 3 sections, you've learned pretty much all the sequences that are in the last 3. It's just you combine them in different ways, add a few different things. Like there is one of the most, I would say, the toughest parts in this form is that. Yeah. And again, my father-in-law, when he does that, he's like this, and that's fine. He's balanced on one leg, you know, he's coordinating his body. So it's you do it to the level that you can, okay? And you'll find if you practice regularly, your level increases, okay? You get better and better. All right, breathing. It's called Qigong breathing. I'm trying to center myself more in front of the camera here. This one, I call the bow and arrow, okay, or the bow. Feet a little wider than your hips, hands down. With Qigong breathing, you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, okay? There is, which obviously I can't do because I'm talking, there is a way to hold your tongue. You curl the bottom of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, like that. Don't ask me why, I don't know. My teacher told me that. He said it helps with your internal energy. Okay, so I'm trying to get to a good position for the camera. All right, just like with the start of the form. And I'm going to be doing the breathing a little bit faster than I normally would. And then towards the end, I'll show you my real pace for it. And Larry, as you can see, is sitting down. Yes, you can do this sitting down. All right, your hands start in front or in your lap if you're sitting down. A couple nice breaths.
No passing out.
No. Then on a good exhale, on your next inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, one hand goes wide, the other a little shorter. It's like you're pulling a bow. So you exhale. Inhale, bring that far hand in. It goes closer to your body. Exhale. The other arm goes out. Inhale, bring the far hand in. Exhale. And you're trying to exhale the entire time your forehand's moving. And then when you inhale, you try to inhale the entire time that forehand's coming in. Inhale, 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 inhale. And then you exhale, going out to the other side. And then when you want to stop, inhale. And the hands go down, exhale. That was considered very fast. When I'm doing it, and I'm a little congested today, I have year-round allergies, probably dust right now, because I do so much cleaning in this school. Anyway, if I was doing it at my own pace,
Oh, you did? Okay, very good. Right. It was nice, it was nice. I just myself.
so that was a little bit more, or it was closer to my own pace. And you'll find, again, I find it easier to control my exhale than my inhale. And there's one or two of that, we call them Qigong breathing, which actually help with that. And one of them, which I won't do the whole thing, you inhale, and then you think you've inhaled as much as you can, you lean back and try to inhale even more. You're stretching your chest out, lifting that diaphragm all the way up, stressing, or actually pushing down with the inhale, then the exhale, you stretch it out. So it's interesting. It can be very, very tiring. Okay. We got time for the second one, for at least for me to show you the second one. This one has mostly slow inhales and exhales, but it has a quick exhale at one point. You start the same way, feet nice and comfortable width, knees bent, or sitting down. Take a couple nice breaths, and then on a good exhale, inhale. Exhale, push straight out. Do a loose grab. Inhale. Then down. Exhale. Now you're going to go up your back. Inhale. Here's the quick exhale. Grab. Inhale. Exhale. Up the back. Inhale. Grab. Inhale. Exhale. Whoop. We just got a blank screen here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's mandatory, yeah.
We're viewing Barbara's iPad. Somehow I'm viewing Barbara's iPad. Let's see if I can get my screen's out here, folks. Oh, I can see a little bit. Somehow, for some reason, I'm viewing Barbara's iPad. Let's see if I can do it.
Yeah.
But we can see it here.
Yeah.
Yep, I see the same thing. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can switch it again. Not sure how that happened.
Let's see.
Okay.
Gallery view.
I put you back in the spotlight. That's
Yeah, but it doesn't go back. Let me see something. No, even if I exit full screen mode, that's interesting. Well, just remember, three things never do what you want when you want them to. Kids, pets, and technology. So, what can you do? What can you do? But luckily, it happened by my clock at 11, almost 11:59. Okay. So,
Yes.
but it's, as Larry said, I believe this, Miss Natalie, I believe this is being recorded. So is the first session still out there, Natalie?
I believe so. I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. So, Paul, if you're okay with that, then perhaps we can, if anybody's, interested to recap the first session, that might be good, right, to help put two and two together. And there was a question earlier in the chat, right, about the written copy of exercises, which, again, I don't know what your thoughts on that are. I know some of us are more written learners and some are more visual learners.
I tried doing it once, Natalie, and after I got down to a page and a half, still working on the first part of the first warm-up, I said, this isn't going to work.
I would imagine it's hard to put everything in writing.
Yes, yes.
Question.
It's difficult. So,
Another question in the group?
Yes, do you guys, does the instructor offer classes?
oh yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so how can I enroll in your class?
Well, Miss Mesa or Miss Natalie, I can give you the contact information.
Okay, that would be fine.
I am located in Maryland. I don't know where
Maryland.
you are. Yes, I don't know where you are, Dennis.
I'm in New Jersey.
New
I'm
Jersey.
in New Jersey.
Okay, we could, we have done Zoom Tai Chi classes, and that's how we came up with these numbers here.
Okay.
Because it helped people get their orientation correct.
Do you have a Jersey contact information by any chance?
No, we're just a single school.
Oh,
Just a single school. And none of my brother or sister schools are in Jersey that I know of. One of my former students is. Very good Kung Fu guy. But, we could try it, we can give it a try and see if you can follow along. And if it works for you, great. If it works on Zoom for you, great.
right.
But I will send the information over to Miss Mesa and Miss Natalie. And you can, she has your contact information, things like that. If anyone else is interested, please contact them.
Yeah, I would it too.
Okay. It is a bit more, honestly, it's more of a challenge. I also teach when we have classes at the community college in Baltimore County too. And we tried that and it got a little too confusing for people. So we're just waiting for the in-person stuff to come back. But we can give it a shot. Like I said, some people it works great. Other people say, no, I just can't follow. So I suggest trying it. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
If I may interject, Paul and I, Shifu and I, along with Natalie and Mesa and Dr. Sarva and Dr. Ravi, we are trying to make it possible to have more of these sessions in the near future. So we're working to get all of that coordinated right now. So please stay tuned, stay in touch with each other. So if you guys can, check on one another, whether you're in the UK, I know we have some UK friends here, family members, or the Canary Islands, or New Jersey, or New York, or Maryland, or Virginia, wherever you are just basically a click away. So let's try and keep this family going, and you'll see as we grow, we'll start looking out for one another, right? Right? Okay. Nod, yes.
Yeah.
And we can see what we can do about getting more of these classes per month. Miss Natalie, Nurse Natalie, and Paul. They'll be keeping us up to date on which direction and the times and dates. And I yield the rest of the time to Paul and our
Well-
Miss Natalie.
The last thing I have, everyone, right hand to fist, left hand open. We call it a courtesy or show respect. And thank you all. I'm glad, hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And
Thank you.
look at the videos, because then
All right.
you can stop them.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all. Thank you all for joining
It's
us.
great to see everyone.
All right.
Thanks again.
It's great to see everybody. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Larry. We'll be in contact. I will reshare your contact information as well. This way, if questions come up in the meantime, and we meet again as a group in February. So this is coming up just around the corner. So
Yeah.
everybody stay well, be well. Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye.